All right, y'all. Welcome back to the Ern's World Podcast. It's your boy DJ Ern1.
And it's your boy Diff Hue.
And this is episode 56 of the Ern's World Podcast. Welcome back to the couch.
Welcome back, man. Welcome back, people. You know, we up and we in. We live. We kicking it. And yeah, full effect. Back at it.
Yeah. Happy Wednesday.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed.
Hump day.
Mm-hmm. You said 55 or 56?
56.
Yeah, I'm starting to lose count. Like I said, since we got past 50, I don't really keep count no more. But as always, we appreciate everybody for tuning in and rocking with us. You know, it's a slow journey, but they say slow and steady wins the race. So we on.
Facts. How's your week been so far?
Shit's new month. Last month was bullshit. And I'm just trying to take it one step at a time and push to have a good rest of the year. So with that being said, everything's all right now. This month, I'm just looking forward to getting my mental right, working on therapist situations, getting a therapist, working on goals, career goals, you know, just trying to better myself. So one step at a time, but we looking forward to the new month, man. Time already flying. This year is already moving.
It is. Indeed.
But yeah, what about you though?
Me just working through getting this video footage from this past weekend. Trying to knock that out before end of the day tomorrow.
Shout out the global base.
Facts.
You know what I mean? It seems to be a good little situation for you right now.
Yeah, it seems like it's about to be like maybe two shows a month. So I'm not mad at that.
Most definitely. Yeah, so I mean, shit. This year seems to be a decent year for the both of us so far, at least career-wise. I could say moving towards that direction has been cool. But outside of that, you know, life is a bitch as always. Life be lifing. I feel like everybody has been dealing with a lot of shit. I've been talking with a lot of people, and I feel like just this year people just been going through it. I feel like from just the economy to politics to just life in general. It seems like everybody I've been speaking with got something going on. So I just say to everybody, man, keep your head up for real, because it's fucking wicked out here. And find something to keep you going, something to keep you driven, because they say an idle mind is dangerous. So I don't know, man.
This is true.
But yeah, I just wish everybody the best of luck and hope everybody can find some peace in their life, because this shit be on bullshit for sure.
Yeah, America is not it right now, low key.
And if you ain't got no real money, it just gets way more stressful. Obviously, you can't live without money. We know this shit, but it's a real thing. You know what's crazy? Not to get on a tangent, but it's actually wild, because I was just looking at an Instagram post where somebody was talking about. They was talking about Friday. And it's kind of crazy because we're gonna talk about Friday in a bit anyway. But they was talking about Friday. And it was another movie. I wish I sent it to you. But they were comparing the movies based off people's financial situation. Oh, Atlanta. ATL. They was comparing ATL with Friday based off real life circumstances. And it was like, if you pay attention to ATL, there was like T.I., which was Rashad's character, right?
Okay.
He had been working as a janitor for years and was only able to save up around, I think it was like $3,000 or something like that. Because that was the money that, remember, that he had pulled out the radio whenever his little brother was like, you made all this money from that?
Oh, from basically from sweeping floors or
yeah.
whatever? Yeah.
So the guy that was talking was making a good point. He was like, it's a interesting perspective when you watch the movie outside of like just the comical parts, understanding the real economical struggles of black people in, you know, in certain situations. And that was crazy because he started comparing Friday with Smokey and how Smokey only owed $200, but that was a life or death situation where he could have lost his life.
I mean, yeah,
over $200.
The situation he was in. I mean, he was like also getting fronted.
But it was just the fact that $200 is not even a lot of money, but you could lose your life. And then
depending on who you're messing with.
And then on the flip side, T.I. $3,000, which he had to work so hard to save just to try to save his brother, which was still somewhat of a life or death situation, but it was just the fact that both were real life scenarios where people are struggling and money is of a survival situation. So it's like if you're in a situation where any little hiccup happens, that money is part of your survival. Once an emergency situation happens, you don't have the luxury or the room to have any fuck ups. So any little tiny situation can be either a life or death situation or an instant like fuck. Like that's everything I worked for, now going to this. So that was an interesting perspective because it is the truth. Like that man's worked and busted his ass basically just to end up putting that shit towards something to save somebody. And when you're in those situations and you don't have a lot of money, like it really is like that. Like being able to even help somebody is damn near a luxury. Like I was having that conversation with somebody recently. Like a lot of times people love to like help people even when they don't have it. Like we like to like equate that with having good karma. But to be real with you, sometimes you helping somebody like might legit fuck you up.
Yeah,
like
sure, definitely.
Helping people is a luxury. Like it really is. That's how like bad it is in the economy to where you could be struggling so bad to where you can not only can you not help yourself, but you definitely can't afford to help a motherfucker. Because if you help a motherfucker, you ain't even gonna be able to survive. So it was just interesting when he was talking about it. And then he also brought up the part where he was like, Rashad snatched back the chain from old girl.
From Nunu.
He was like, to be honest with you, that might have been mostly because of financial situations. And when you think about it from that perspective, he got a point because he was dating shorty who was richer than him. It's like, how you gonna do this to me? And I'm busting my ass, giving you, working hard. The little money I got, I buy you a chain, and you been had money this whole time. Give me back my chain. You know what I'm saying? We ain't never look at it from that perspective though. We looked at it like, you just ain't being loyal. Give me back my chain. But it could have been a deeper situation for the simple fact that he ain't got it like that financially.
I mean, yeah, you see a janitor.
So that was another good perspective that dude was making. And I was like, that is true. And then he goes back to the Smokey situation. He was like, Smokey only owed $200-something, but was like on the verge of losing his life for that $200. So it's like that one little simple little hiccup made a huge fucking turnaround in the situation.
Yeah, because he almost got him and Craig killed over that.
So I'm saying all that to say that like,
that was crazy because wasn't that like Craig's first time ever like smoking?
Yeah. So I'm saying all that to say that like in today's world that we're in, there's not a lot of breathing room. And you damn near gotta pay for breathing room. So with that being said, like I said, I just wish everybody the best of luck because like it really is fucking crazy out here. And I got one more other thing to add on to this. Just a little word of encouragement for y'all. You can take it for however you want, but y'all keep relying on these 9-to-5 jobs if you want to. They are getting rid of y'all motherfuckers and they want AI in this bitch. So y'all keep relying on these companies. 15, 20 years ago, it was more realistic to say entrepreneurship isn't for everybody. But in 2025, you better start taking risk and banking on yourself. I encourage everybody to try to be an entrepreneur for real. Not try, but work on being an entrepreneur. I'm dead ass serious. Like, unless you went to college and have a real solid career as like a lawyer or like doctor, or, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I was gonna say, if you work for any type of corporation, there's no guarantee that you will be there.
There's no guarantee.
Or the next week, or the next month.
That's no guarantee. So, like, I just got to add that, too. That's one thing I've been trying to tell people because I feel like a lot of us that are struggling, our mindset is the biggest thing. And I know one thing for certain is that chasing the dollar is not going to be the answer. It's creating value that creates revenue. And not to get preachy, but once we start getting that mindset and we stop thinking that we got to work to get money, that's when we start realizing like, all right, I got to create value. What that means is you got to bank on yourself and have more of an entrepreneurial mindset and spirit. So I just thought I'd add that. Somebody might need that. Somebody out there might be listening right now and needed to hear that for real. So fuck that 9-to-5 shit. Not saying don't work a job, but shit, like I said, in 2025, man, it ain't the end all be all for real. There's way too much money out here and it ain't traditional.
Facts. But hold that thought real quick.
But yeah, I didn't want to get on that tangent. But it was an interesting perspective because, like I said, Rashad busted his ass off for years only to be able to save $3,000, which is not a lot of money at all. And it just shows the real life struggles that people live in everyday life. Like the little things in that movie like we watched that movie so many times, and there's so many different elements that like, you know, for the most part, we don't really like. I don't want to say we don't pay attention, but hearing that guy's take was just a good perspective and refreshing because it did make you remember, like, even down to when he got into it with his uncle. I mean, that shit was because of money.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, it's like if they were well off, they wouldn't be going back and forth about that situation, you know? And so, again, just a real reality that people live in where life is really, really hard and every little move is like walking on eggshells. One false move can ruin a relationship, could be a life or death situation, and it's really, really like that. So, but low key, if you want, we can go ahead and segue into the Friday shit since it's like we're already was talking about it. Yeah. Since we're gonna go into some news shit. This is kind of news, but basically, it's been announced, it's been confirmed. It was confirmed from Myke Epps, but I already knew this shit was in the making for a few years now because Ice Cube had spoke on it in an interview. But yeah, we're getting the next Friday installment, Friday 4. Apparently the screenplay has been approved, and Myke Epps also confirmed it as well. So shit, that is a big deal for me personally. I don't know anybody that knows. If you do know me, you know that Friday is one of my favorite movies. Like, I've watched that movie back to back, like legit. I don't really want to go into like too much of how much that movie means to me, but it really is one of those for me. That's in my top 5.
That was like the first trilogy I ever bought with my own money.
Yeah, like there's a lot to say about it.
I think I was in 6th or 7th grade when I bought the three box set.
I'm gonna let you share your take first. There's a lot to say about it. I want to know how you feel first.
I mean, it's kind of surreal that we getting a 4th one because like I dead ass at one point thought we just weren't getting one. I wonder who all is actually going to be in it. I didn't hear what Myke Epps had to say, but I was just happy to see that we were getting a 4th one. I mean, and it's funny. I'm not the biggest fan of like Christmas movies, but the ones that I am a fan of happen to be more of the comedies. And I'd say Friday After Next is probably my favorite Christmas movie of the Christmas movies that exist. Because like most people don't think of it as a Christmas movie.
We had this conversation, remember?
But it's a Christmas movie.
Yeah, it's a Christmas movie.
Yeah, like I mean, Santa broke into their crib, stole their shit. Their parents were having a holiday gatherings and stuff at their restaurant. Mike was having a holiday sale. Yeah, it was a whole Christmas movie. People forget about that because all the other stuff that was going on, but it's a Christmas movie.
Well, okay, so you gave your I like what you said.
Yeah,
I'm with you, but now I got to give the critical take.
Okay,
because us as fans, we genuinely love Friday. Now, I got to get a little bit of an inside scoop based off what I've watched in interviews. Ice Cube had already said a long time ago that they had wrote a storyline and was pitching it, and it was they were just going through a lot of different hurdles and hiccups. But ultimately, he actually shared the original storyline for the 4th Friday installment. Because remember, they had already started getting shit in line, and then people started passing away. That fucked up the whole situation. But they had a storyline. The storyline that he mentioned, people in the comments wasn't fucking with either. I'm not gonna lie. I wasn't necessarily fucking with it either. So I'm hoping that he doesn't do that storyline because it wasn't the craziest.
What was the storyline?
I don't want to give the wrong information, but it was basically, I think it had to do with going to rehab.
Oh, Smokey?
Somebody. I can't really remember, so don't quote me on this. But you can watch
Smokey at the very end, like after the credits, where it was like, "Yeah, I'm going to rehab."
I think it was a Drink Champs interview. Do not quote me on that, y'all. It's one of the interviews. It was either Drink Champs or Breakfast Club. I think it was Drink Champs though, is when he was talking about it. But you can watch that for yourself if you want to know. But the point is, he spoke on it, and they already had a storyline, and ended up obviously getting scrapped, I believe. So with that being said, I'm only bringing all this up to say that like, we all know, man, when it comes to sequels and trilogies, that shit is tricky. It can make or break. There is genuinely only a few franchises that's been able to do this shit right and be respected. And even the ones that's respected, a lot of times have so much of the clout to where even if they have a few shaky movies in the installment, people still give it the love. They might be
they still kind of get the benefit of the doubt.
Yeah, and they still gonna be critical. But if it like, for the most part, it's good out of the bunch, then they get the credible respect. So I give you good examples like Lord of the Rings or like Star Wars. Those are like cult. They have cult followings to where people gonna be critical, but even if you have a few misses, in general, if you in the grand scheme, if it's all good for the most part, people gonna appreciate it.
But those.
But hold on, let me finish.
Okay.
That's on a bigger scale. But when we take it to a smaller scale, we can talk shit like Toy Story. Toy Story has not missed yet. Toy Story has not missed yet, and it's also transcended. One of the few franchises that's been able to do it right. And it's like scary because when they release it, we never know what it's gonna be. They just announced we're getting a new Toy Story 2. I don't know if we talked about this on the last part. I feel like we might have. But the new storyline, I'm fucking with the new storyline. And I'm excited to see it for the simple fact that Toy Story has given us a great story for the past 20-something years, and they haven't missed yet. So I have that confidence. But the thing about that confidence is that it's still scary because once they drop the ball, it's like, fuck, I kind of wish you just didn't do it. You could have just left it at that. But then at the same time, it's like you want to trust and believe. And that's kind of the way I feel about it with Ice Cube. I know that Ice Cube knows that he's created such a cult classic that he knows the value. He knows that he can't drop the ball in this. He knows that
it's been 20-something years. You can't fuck
right.
this one up. I'm also just like, me as a fan of this franchise, I'm just like curious to see how the family dynamic has evolved because obviously John Witherspoon's not here anymore. So,
and then even Mike S was saying like he hopes that Chris Tucker gets involved. So that already confirms that we don't even know if Chris Tucker's going to be in the shit.
They just confirmed that it's happening. They just don't know who else going to.
They don't know who's all going to be there. He did say there's going to be new people. I think he mentioned we might get some DC Young Fly type shits in there.
It makes sense.
New up and coming acts.
It's been 20-something years, so like,
but
they got to add some new flavor to it.
To get Chris Tucker as a cameo at least, because even Ice Cube had mentioned the original storyline for the fourth one before they scrapped it to this one. It was supposed to have Chris Tucker, and that was the rehab story.
Got you.
Because apparently Chris Tucker is clean from the weed, but he's still Smokey, the character, and so that they was tying that in. And I mean, I don't know. Like I don't know if it was rehab. A jail, it was something like that. It was something along those lines. But the point is, they didn't use that storyline, and I'm kind of glad they didn't because I don't know if that would have worked. I ain't gonna lie, I don't know if that would have worked. But
is Debo gonna come back?
I just feel like
because Debo been in jail for a minute now.
True, he got out though. Remember?
But I'm saying though, like, is he gonna come back around?
Locked back up.
So is he gonna come back around?
I don't know, but yeah.
Actually, no, he can't because Tiny Lister's he's going too.
Oh yeah, he's going too. You're right.
Dang.
Rest in peace. So it is scary to think that it could make or break the series. Because let's just be honest, bro. If they put this out, it is literally gonna be really, really, really good, and it's gonna be like, damn, like they did it again, or it's gonna be really bad.
I'd love to see Regina King make a resurgence in the series. Craig's sister.
Yeah, I don't know, man. It's tricky.
I'm just like, okay, we've had all these characters throughout all these movies, all these years, right?
Right.
Like, are they all gonna somehow, some way, shape, or form, I don't know, be resurge or like be referenced or something?
I really just want to know what the storyline gonna be like because it's really, really crucial. That's the most important thing, man. So yeah, I mean, let's just. I'm excited because I'm just a fan, but part of me is like. After Witherspoon passed away, I was already kind of canceled out. And then once they said Chris Tucker wasn't coming back, I was just like, man, I don't know if this is possible. But anything's possible. So let me not be the guy to tell it. That's how I feel about it. But yeah, we getting that new Friday installment, y'all. And then we also got to look at it like this too. Is like when they made the next Friday, we didn't know what the fuck that was gonna be like. And Myke Epps showed out.
I mean, I was also too young to go see that at theaters at the time. Anyway, I had to wait until that joint came out on video.
My cousin had that shit on VHS.
So, I remember the trailer at the time it came out, though. We were definitely in, like, we were second grade?
I don't remember all that.
We were definitely, it was young. We were young. It was like 99, 2000 when we came out.
So, yeah, man. We can move on to the next topic, though, where, shouts out to Ice Cube and Myke and all them. Rest in peace to everybody. fucking Bernie Mac, like so many legends in that movie.
Oh yeah,
man.
Bernie Mac wasn't the first one. He was the
A lot
pastor.
of people, man.
Yeah, you're right. Dang. Miss what's her name again? Miss Parker.
Oh, her real name?
No, just the character. Miss Parker. But yeah, I guess next on the list we're gonna talk about these Jordans. Seems like Jordans are becoming more limited again. I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing.
It's not cool.
Cause I mean, I don't know. People are already struggling financially, so it's like it's kind of weird that like I don't know. They keep going back and forth, ping ponging on the whole like we're about to make Jordans more available for y'all. Oh, now we're about to scale back and make it more limited. Like I don't know. Anyway, we've been getting some good product out of the brand as of late though, but they've been kind of moving a little interesting around how they're giving consumers product. But nonetheless, some of that product that we've been getting, Nigel Sylvester, professional BMX rider, black dude from New York. He's been collaborating with the brand since 2018, but he's been on like the Nike roster of athletes for a while. He was like one of their SB athletes back in the day, so he used to get a bunch of SB stuff. But anyway, dude got a new Jordan collaboration. It's Air Jordan 4. Guess I'll go ahead and show y'all that real quick. It's a red colorway. It's actually pretty fire. Let me actually skip out of this real quick and just go to the shoe. But yeah, it's based on this concept of storyline, building things brick by brick, which is why it's kind of like that clay color of red. But I don't know, in typical Nigel fashion, he's got the little mini swoosh on the front of the shoe. It's fire. How you feel about it?
He ain't miss. It's just hella gas. The only thing that I don't like is that, again, like, it's just not fair to the average consumer, man. It's not fair. People want to enjoy a shoe, and I just don't fuck with it unless you're a celebrity or basically a celebrity. You're not getting the shoe. Who the fuck wants to stand in line and go through hoops and hurdles for a fucking shoe, man? I don't. It just sucks.
You have a very valid point. And that's kind of the beef that I've been kind of having with Nike and Jordan.
And I'm not even mad at limited runs. I'm not mad at limited runs.
Yeah,
I like
that
that
should
shit.
definitely be a thing, but it's just like, like everything doesn't have to be something. Everything shouldn't be something you have to jump through mad hoops to get.
It's just sad, man. Like it's a beautiful fucking shoe, and it's just sad that most people won't be able to enjoy it. The people that, and that's the thing that and it's not even on no hate and jealous shit, because I'm gonna be real with you. I feel like I would move different if I was somebody of influence. Cause like they send free pairs of these shoes to people, and I've watched interviews. Like I've seen that like celebrities get free shit, and sometimes they give it to the wrong people.
Oh, for sure.
You know, like there's people that don't even care or appreciate the shoe. They're sending multiple pairs out to people, these influencers and people with name and notoriety. And a lot of these people don't necessarily appreciate the shoe. I'm not saying that there are people that do, but there's a lot of people that I'm sure that's getting that shoe, and it's just another shoe that they're getting. And that to me is fucked up when there's somebody who genuinely appreciates the shoe, who just wants the opportunity to have some cool shoes, and ain't gonna be able to have that access because you giving them to somebody who don't even give a fuck about them, who gonna constantly get free shit.
Who's gonna get them anyway?
Exactly. It's just I don't like that shit. I think that like I just don't like it, man. And it's fucked up because I'm not saying influencers can't get it. It's just there should be a way to do it, and I feel like I know that there's people out there that they're influencers that have some humility. I know there's people that get free shit that bless people. Like for me, like if I was one of those people that got the free shoes, I would at least start giving out some shoes. Like my thing is, let's be real. If I was if I was in that position and got a free pair of shoes, right? Mm-hmm. Knowing me and my connections, I could probably ask and get 2 to 3 pairs of those. I could probably, even if I had the money, I could get that shoe quick with the connections I have, even with the money. So with that being said, it's easier for me to get the shoe even if I had money because I have connections. So if I'm getting the shoe for free, I don't mind blessing somebody and giving it to somebody that I love or care about and hooking them up with a shoe, especially if I have the money and connection to buy the shoe and a quicker access. Because the same people that's getting the shoe for free, they have the money to get it, and they can get it faster if they buy it too, just based off the people they know. So with that being said, it's like you can buy the shoe, low-key get it for free, and still give somebody a shoe. Definitely. So, and then that's the part I don't fuck with, man. And I guess maybe I'm speaking from somebody that don't got it, but at the same time, it's like, I can go buy the shoe if I want to, but I know I'm not even going to be able to get it because it's going to probably be some type of raffle or some type of... It's not like I'm going to be able to buy it.
Me having to go through what I have to go through to even get a chance to get the shoe is just 9 out of 10 not going to be worth the trouble.
Yeah. And unless you got some clout or some face, then you'll be able to get the shoe quickly.
And then also, I just think about the types of people that are actually going to end up obtaining the shoe respectfully. Like, most of y'all got plenty of fucking shoes.
Yo, what's that one TV show on Complex on YouTube where they
sneaker shopping?
Yeah. So like I was literally just watching one. I forgot who it was. I don't even call names out. But they was talking about the shoe that they got gifted. It was a Dior Jordan or whatever. The motherfucker was like literally, he ain't care nothing about the shoe. He liked shoes, but it was just like, no. It wasn't him. I think it was Janet Jackson. I watched multiple ones, but the point...
Janet Jackson did the sneaker shopping?
The point is, it's similar stories. People get free...
Oh, no, I think somebody did say something about Janet Jackson on sneaker shopping or something like well, maybe she was on it.
She was on it. People do get... The point is, people get free shoes and legit...
And don't even appreciate them.
They don't really care. It's like, give it to people who actually are sneakerhead. There's some of those people that be on it, they be sneakerheads. But like... She didn't even care about the shoe for real. So it's like y'all be giving her shoes, give it to somebody that really cared.
Yeah, because she said she gave them away to somebody, and after the fact she realized they were worth what they were worth.
Exactly. That's my point. And she got how much money? So that shit don't mean nothing to her. Give it to somebody who actually cares about the shoe, who ain't actually even had a chance to even have a good shoe before. They might have just worked hard, busted their ass for the $300 that they got. Now they want to go buy the shoe. Now they got to go through all these hoops, and they probably ain't going to get it anyway with the $300 they busted their ass for to get it. At that point, you might as well put your money in the stocks.
He's not wrong.
Yeah, you busted your ass for a shoe that you probably ain't going to get anyway, but they'll give it to somebody for free that don't even give a fuck about it. So not to like sour the conversation, but that shit is bullshit, bro, because it's a fire-ass shoe, and half the time the average person not seeing that shit. So at this point, do you care about the consumer?
Nah, you know they don't.
Nah.
You know they don't.
You don't give a fuck about the consumer?
The consumer? The consumer?
Yeah, man.
We supposed to give a fuck about the consumer? Yeah, nah, that shit crazy out here. But yeah, nah, there's another Air Jordan collaboration coming down the pipeline with Awake New York. So if you ain't familiar with that brand, it's a brand based out of New York, ran by Angelo Bach, former creative director from Supreme. Also used to work with, I want to say, Stussy at one point. But anyway, he's got another collaboration coming down the pipeline with Jordan. I guess we'll give with the homie Beamer some airtime because he had a bit of an opinion.
See what he said
on the shoe. Oh, technical difficulties. Let me plug this joint back in.
The Awake's A logo ruined their Jordan 5s. Now, it's been 35 years since Mars Blackman debuted his favorite kicks from his main man, MJ. And while Awake's molded A has some folks bugging out, it's actually that pink hue that might hold a deeper secret. But enough of all that. I'm Bima, and you're in the Collab Lab. Today, let's decode the context behind Awake's pink 5s and its potential World War II roots. Do you know? Tinker Hatfield linked MJ's aggressive playing style to the World War II fighter jets, shaping the iconic Jordan 5 design. And as a camouflaging tactic to defeat the Axis during the war, it's reported that the color pink was actually applied to fighter jets designed to blend with the horizon during twilight hours. Now, clearly, Awake's founder, Angelo, has a thing for camo, as evidenced by his contribution to the Desert Camo 5s during his time at Supreme. Yo, Money, if true, this is some real gravity-defying storytelling. Yo, collab cousins, which Camo 5s are you feeling more, the Awakes or the Supremes?
Yes, that was Beamer's take. I mean, I said earlier, I rock with this with the collaboration. I just wish they would have made the shoe, the base of the shoe white, and then made the accent that like pinkish color. Or tried to play with the pink a little bit differently than they did. But based on the reference image that was shown in the video, it makes sense why they went with that color for the entire shoe. But it ain't for me. Make it white or black, and then you got me.
Yeah, I appreciate the concept with the A, but
I was gonna say, yeah. Also, my name starts with an A, so I'm gonna rock with it.
For you, it hits. I feel like I fuck with that, but I like it, but I don't like it. It's weird.
So, and I like Air Jordan 5.
It's weird because I like Air Jordan 5s. I like the colorway. The A for some reason throws me off, but it's like part of me likes it for the simple fact that we'll probably never get a Jordan with like an A on it like that again, which makes it special for me. Just to think about it in that sense, you ain't never gonna get that again. They don't do shit like that. They don't never usually modify their shoes like that. That's a big change on a shoe to do, in my opinion. And so
they essentially had to make a whole new version of the shoe for that to even.
So for me, that's what makes the shoe special. That's what would like over the colorway. That's what makes me appreciate it. But at the same time, I don't like the A. But I'm like, as a collector, I'm like, I kind of would fuck with it just because it's like I know again, like I said, you ain't gonna get that again.
I mean, if I got them and I knew how to customize shoes, I'd definitely change the color of them. If I had multiple pairs, I would change.
Low key, because they're already pink.
Yeah.
Putting a dye with another color might be some crazy shit. That might like add a yellow or a green. That might make that shit look crazy.
Might turn them up a notch.
But let's go ahead and move along to just that one news topic you want to share, the quick one on Angie Stone.
Oh yeah, so I guess if you're a part of the HBCU community, you know about the CIAA basketball tournament that happens on a yearly basis. But anyway, Angie Stone was supposed to be one of the performing acts at one of their halftime shows during the tournament. I think it might have been for the men's finals. But she ended up in a car accident on the way to the game that she's supposed to be performing to, and ended up not making it out. So R.I.P. to Angie Stone.
Yo, no lie, this shit just happened, bro.
What?
Coincidentally, I literally go to my Instagram and stories on somebody's story. Bro, Roy Ayers just passed away today.
For real?
Yes. Yo,
I saw somebody make a post with him in the picture, but I didn't realize that he had passed away. I just liked the picture.
Damn, man. So, rest in peace to Angie Stone. Rest in peace to Roy Ayers, because I literally was just looking at somebody's story. That was coincidental. So, damn, he passed away at 84. For those that don't know who Angie Stone is, she's a famous singer, songwriter.
R&B artist.
Really, 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 really unique voice. Which is what her voice is what kind of makes her.
He makes her her.
Yeah, exactly. If you know, you know. So if you don't know who she is, do your research. And if you don't know who Roy Ayers is, well-known jazz composer, musician.
Super nice with like the melodic percussion instrument. So he's like
you've heard him before.
Magician with the xylophone, vibraphone, marimba, stuff like that. Like he's one of those ones.
If you didn't hear him originally, you heard him sampled.
Yes.
He just passed away recently. At 84, and I remember he was actually supposed to come out here a few years ago before COVID and ended up getting sick and couldn't do the performance. I remember that because I was considering going. But rest in peace to Roy Ayers. That's sad to hear. Another legend gone.
Yeah, every time I think of it, it's so crazy because that's that song "Running Away." Every time I hear it, I just think of playing GTA with the homies back in the day.
Yo,
it's coming on the radio.
It's crazy because I got a Roy Ayers beat that I cut. That's one of my favorite beats. So yeah, rest in peace to Roy Ayers. That's crazy.
Yeah, R.I.P. Roy Ayers and Angie Stone.
Yeah, and Angie Stone, most definitely.
Yeah.
Oh, and I gotta add this too. Angie Stone got a lot of crazy accolades that I kind of like didn't realize. She been in the game and she done a lot of shit. So I just gotta say we gotta put some respect on her name for those that just because I'm a little younger and I didn't necessarily gravitate to her, but just listen to her speak and listen to some of her journey, man. Her story's crazy. Like as far as like the work and like the people she's been around and like with her journey, she's one of them.
I didn't realize she was as old as she is though. She was born in like 64, I want to say.
So yes, indeed. Yeah. Shout out to Angie Stone. Rest in peace. And let's go ahead and keep it moving, man.
Yeah, what we got next on the list?
Next on the list, one more news topic, and we can keep it short and brief on this one. Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 3 and 4.
3+4.
We're gonna go ahead and show the trailer real quick, and then dive in a little bit on that. For those that don't know, Tony Hawk's Pro Skater is a series. If you know, you know. Y'all should know this. He put a video game series out 20-something odd years ago, and it has became kind of like
one of the most iconic, honestly, like skateboarding games of all time.
Exactly. Like we wouldn't have none of the skateboarding games that we have now if it wasn't for Tony Hawk. He paved the way.
Tony Hawk.
You know what I'm saying?
I remember those games being in the Pizza Hut on the Pizza Hut demo disc back in the day.
Yeah, that's crazy.
PlayStation.
So yeah,
didn't even have the game. Used to be on there playing that one level for hours on end.
They teased the game on Call of Duty, which is a random ass thing, but makes sense because it's under the same people. So they ended up teasing it. I just kind of found out recently, literally, that there was even another Tony Hawk installment being made. The way I feel about it, I'm not necessarily mad. It kind of goes back to that conversation when I was telling you about cult followings and installments. We ain't asked for this, but because we're fans, we'll take it. But it's like, man, we really want to skate forward. And if you're going to make a new Tony Hawk game, give us a new Tony Hawk story. I don't want no fucking 3. Because honestly, Proving Grounds was whatever. I had Proving Grounds. It was whatever. I bought it because, again, I'm a fan of the whole series. So it's cool. But we need another Underground, man.
I will say this though, it has been refreshing to at least get the game with a refresh of skaters, if that makes sense. So you get something that's like familiar. I know someone went to the right, but
got you.
I'm just trying not to have it play in the background while we're talking. Yeah, it's nice to have a refresh of current skaters resonate within the current ecosystem of the game, alongside the original skaters that were also in the game back in the day.
So they added new players.
Yeah. So they added new people you can play with. So it's dope for the new generation of kids who didn't necessarily experience the original Tony Hawk games growing up. They get a way to kind of connect with the past, but also it's relevant to them currently because they got like people like Tyshawn Jones and stuff like that in the game, like people that they probably follow on Instagram and shit.
I feel you. I just feel like a Tony Hawk's Underground 1 and 2 in American Wasteland, man.
But to your point though, it would be nice to just get a whole new storyline, like respectfully.
Yeah, like come on, like I don't know. I don't want to sound.
Everybody keeps giving us these like
recycled
remade versions of games that like we
video games haven't been good, man, in the past. I mean, and I say that with a grain of salt.
Remastered is the term I was looking for. These remastered versions of like games that we could honestly just go back and play if we still have our old systems.
I'll say that with a grain of salt. You get a 1 or 2 good games that hold weight for the next 5 to 10 years, but we don't have enough of those. When we were growing up as kids, bro, it was like damn near 10 to 15 titles a year that were all good. And I can say that with confidence. We never had, like now as an adult, you get like 1 or 2 good games, bro. Like barely. There's not a lot of good games. They keep making Call of Duty. They keep making 2K. They keep like, bro, who gives? You know how I feel. I don't give a fuck about Call of Duty. You know how I talk match.
That's
my shit. Bro, so. It's like, what are they doing? They got all they do now is add all these characters and shit. It's like it ain't even about war shit no more. Y'all just.
But you know, because it's like to your point though, like with the whole Tony Hawk like tease in the Call of Duty game, right? They were also teasing the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle stuff in the game at the same time. So like I couldn't tell if that skateboarding shit was because of Tony Hawk or if it was because of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. I'm like, what are we doing here? Which
also just sounds crazy. It's like, is this Call of Duty? What are y'all doing? Like, at first it was cool. I like the concept of having cool characters and like, you know, the costumes and shit. It's cool, but it's like,
and that's just a money grab.
Yeah, it's like, man, y'all don't give a. And it's every time he plays Call of Duty, I always be on his ass. I'm just an asshole just to be funny about it. But it's just like, it's just monotonous. It's like y'all not creating anything cool. I feel like the last great thing that Call of Duty did was Black Ops when they and Zombies when they introduced all that shit. That was like the last cool thing that they did. They have not innovated since, and at this point, people are just buying it because they're just invested into it as fans. But I feel like
basically
every time he plays it, I always be like, they're fucking y'all.
It's a spot on assessment. I mean, 'cause that's the only reason that's the only reason I play it.
But it's like, this shit is lame if you really ask me. From a motherfucker who really likes creative games and like to do things outside of the box, I'm not gonna keep putting my money into that shit and y'all not giving me nothing good, bro. That's just me personally. Every time he play Call of Duty, I'm like, bro, it's the same dumbass shit they give me every year. It's like iPhone.
I'm not about to buy like any of like the add-ons and stuff that they have on in the game. Like, I don't
And
buy
that ain't
any
no
of the
shade.
I don't buy any of the player skins, any of that stuff. Like if they have map packs and stuff for you to download, I'm not buying any of that either. Like the game, the core of the game should just be good enough for everybody to just want to play that without all the extra bullshit they expect you to pay for in the process.
It's pretty bad. Put it this way. This is what I gotta say about this, and I know what I'm saying is true, and I'm gonna tell you why I'm saying what I'm saying is true. The reason why I'm saying what I'm saying is true, I know it's true, is because there's become a running joke. If you ever see people in the comments, social media, they only say two things. They say, "We got this before Skate 4," or they say, "We got this before GTA 6." That's only two video games. That's only two video games that people have been waiting on for over 10 and 15 years. That's only two video games. We've been waiting for 15-something years for two video games. You mean to tell me within that span, the culture is only waiting for two games? Because that's a running joke. That's a running joke, but there's some truth to that joke. Every time somebody puts shit out, us as the culture is like, we got this before that. Meaning, we're only waiting on those two games. Because y'all motherfuckers ain't gave us nothing that we really been appreciating outside of Red Dead. Shout out to Red Dead. But we ain't even really gonna count Rockstar. Because Rockstar, like, you know how I feel. I'm gonna be a little biased. We wait 20-something years for a game, but it's because we know what Rockstar do.
But apparently they had some situation where like one of the co-founders also just recently left, and he was one of the main guys writing the scripts and stuff for all these games.
For what? If you talking about Rockstar or what?
Rockstar. Like he was one of the main ones writing the scripts for like Grand Theft Auto.
Well, regardless, we getting a Grand Theft Auto. We know that.
Right, but he wasn't. I don't think he's involved in as heavily involved in this one as he had been obviously in the previous ones. Which could be a reason why it's been such a hold up in it coming out.
But I think what I'm saying, I'm on to something. It's a good point I'm making, because if people are making that as a joke, that proves my point that us as consumers have not been getting good games. What we want for a long time, and the games that we do want, we've just been waiting. And when something comes out, it's like, damn, we got this before that. Like, I'm cool, but like, damn, like.
I mean, honestly, it's this way because they have people in these offices and in these roles that aren't actually a part of the community that would never have cared about this shit in the first place.
And that's another issue.
Disappointing thing about the whole situation.
So let's go and show the trailer real quick before I was getting on that little tangent, but as you can see, I'm a passionate motherfucker, man. We love this shit.
Of course, we gotta add Harrison Ford, old as hell.
I was just about to say respectfully, he ain't died yet. I don't mean that like I wish death of him. I'm just like, damn, bro, get old for real. And it seemed like he ain't changed the way he look. He just looks the same. It's like his age stopped at one point, and he just looked like that. He's like Morgan Freeman.
Like, it was so crazy to me they had him in that most recent Indiana Jones trying to act like he was
young.
Bruh. Yes.
It's funny because Morgan Freeman the same way. Morgan Freeman looks old, but he ain't look like, it's like he looks that same look, but he hasn't got older. He just looks like the same old man for the past like 30-something years.
It's cool him showing the old graphics in the trailer, but at the same time, like...
Yeah, see, I'm cool on this, bruh.
See, y'all got me on the last Tony Hawk joint.
Like I said, we'll get it. We'll get it because we fans.
It's the airport.
And this is my other thing, too. Not to be that guy, but ever since Skate came out and you was able to fucking get off your board, I'm kind of like, if y'all not adding that feature of being able to get off your board, because I think in Proving Grounds you could get off the board. I can't remember. I really can't remember. Underground you can get off the board, couldn't you?
There's definitely Tony Hawk game you can get off the board.
Yeah.
I have it.
Huh?
I have it for PlayStation 2.
But you can't on the 3. You can't on the new ones. I mean, you can't on the classic because it's still based off the classic game. So yeah, on 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, you can't get off the board.
I think you can. But the ones from, I think it's, what is it? Is it? I think it's underground. I think I have underground in that room over there. But the one that I have for PlayStation 2, you can definitely get off the board and run around and like
Underground, we know that. Yeah.
tag shit. I think it's underground.
Yeah, Underground 1 and 2. Yeah. We know that. So yeah, that's why I'm like, if y'all gonna do that, man, at least add that little feature onto it on the 3 and 4 where you get off the board. It's just like, that was a game changer, man. When you could get off the board, that was a game changer.
Go, like,
when you can grab
get to other places,
like in skate, when you can grab the benches and grab the trash cans and like, I don't know. I just feel like why there had to be somebody in these offices at least throwing that idea out, but who knows, man. But shout out to Tony Hawk though, because at the end of the day, man, I'm with it. I'm still with it, but it's just
money.
Let's just get something refreshing, man. Like what the fuck, yo? Because clearly Skate 4 isn't coming out. I'm over them. They've been pissing me off showing them same mediocre bullshit ass graphics. I'm like, y'all stop playing with us, bro. Because they've been low key teasing us with mediocre ass like unfinished shit. I'm like, what is y'all doing?
Like speaking of that, we got a whole BMX version of Skate before we've gotten a new Skate from some people that just like modded the game essentially and just like, yeah, we're gonna put BMX in this.
At this point, I don't even think that's happening. But yeah,
shout out to BMX Streets.
Let's go ahead and move on to the next topic. Some random ass shit. I had to get a little childish on this one. I sent it to you in the Instagram too if you want to pull it up. So apparently Nerf, the Nerf company, they just updated their Nerf bullets. And apparently it's been the first update in over like 30-something years or something like that, I think. Actually, don't quote me on that. I don't think it's been 30-something years. I don't even know if it's been around for that long. But they haven't made any updates in a really long time. Don't quote me on that. They just updated it recently. And apparently it's a lot faster than the original Nerf bullet. I thought that was interesting because I clearly forgot about Nerf as an adult and how impactful it was growing up as a kid. I mean, I grew up with Nerf guns, grew up with water guns and all that type of shit. So, like, that was just refreshing to just take it back memory lane and be like, damn, like, Nerf still exists. People still fuck with it. And there's a whole culture behind it. And it was cool. So they did just update the Nerf bullet. I wanted to share that. And there's actually a video that
yeah, I'll pull it up real quick.
One of the Nerf representatives is talking about it.
Ever before. It's one of the most biggest initiatives that Nerf has taken. Tons of insight, everything that's gone into this. What we are seeing with these new N1 darts is they are traveling 15%
10 years,
farther,
my bad.
30% faster, and with 30% more accuracy than even the last dart we put out with the Elite 2.0. What we are doing is we are releasing the loadout line with the N1 series. This is all about customization, bringing that love of video games to life for the kids to get outside as well and immerse themselves in it. As you can see, all of these blasters have different parts that are interchangeable. Their scopes, their barrels, their dart cartridges, their stocks. And what that allows kids to do is to take one of their blasters, this is the Shadow Speed Recon, and they can take these interchangeable parts.
Yeah, we're teaching kids how to modify weapons
and add them to their blasters.
Nah, bro, I ain't
as
with that.
As they collect more and more.
Nah, that's a reach.
It's not though.
A new and different blaster for them to go out and play with. Right? Ever before. It's one of the most biggest initiatives that Nerf has taken.
Bro, that's what real guns are, bro. You just customize and modify them.
They are traveling 15% farther.
I'm still with the shit.
30% faster and with 30% more accuracy.
On that one, but
that's a little bit of a reach.
It's still cool.
A little bit of a reach.
It's cool, but I mean, like, all right, bro. We don't need to be making these Nerf guns too close to what you can actually do with real guns. Because bro just put a fucking basically suppressor on the front of his joint.
Look. See, this is why if you're gonna say that, then say we don't need to be playing video games.
That's not the same thing, bro. Because the video games are rated M for mature.
So
Nerf guns are not rated M for mature.
You know damn well them kids still playing the games,
bro. But that's
Instagram show all types of shit.
That's not the point. They're not made. They're not made for kids. They're rated M for mature for a reason. There's T for teen games for a reason. E for everyone games for a reason. A Nerf gun is literally a child's toy.
All right, man, you taking the fun out of it, but I feel you. A little bit.
Like I said, it's still cool, but like, hey, y'all can chill out a little bit. Y'all need to make it too modular to the point where it's like, all right, kids able to put like suppressors on their guns and like.
I mean, I disagree a little bit.
Why?
because I think of it from like a mechanical standpoint. I think also like it's nothing wrong with guns and all that type of shit, man. I think it's a thin line. You know, I think it's a thin line. Because you as a boy, you grew up with BB guns. You grew up shooting things. You grew up. I mean, it's just it's all about education and how you're raised, man.
But everybody not gonna be educated and raised the same way.
That you can. Well, that's not something you can't engage. You can't control that.
I know you can't control.
So
that.
It's just one of those things.
I'm saying though, it's just like if you're going to design shit with that in mind, you got to be mindful of what you're designing and putting out into the world for the world to consume.
I understand, but
that's all I'm saying.
I do believe that if that. Your statement would be have a little more validity in my opinion.
It's definitely valid. Like kids be getting killed with toy guns and shit all the fucking time. I know they're not Nerf guns, but like they're still toy guns that look like real guns.
I don't know. That's what I was getting at. How many times have Nerf guns ever been in a real situation where they've? If it would be different if there's been a historical topic where Nerf guns have been.
It's not about that. It's just like it's a gateway to other shit. Like
there's way more things that's man. BB guns is more of a gateway to real guns than fucking Nerf guns.
That's also a point I just made. Like the airsoft guns, the BB guns, the pellet guns, them shits look like real fucking guns.
Yeah, Nerf guns don't,
bro. But it's not. It's about what they're doing with the Nerf guns, bro. They're just making them kind of close to like they even just said they made the bullets faster.
There's nothing wrong with that,
bro.
It's no fun if it's not hitting you.
It's gonna hit you regardless, bro. All I'm saying is we don't need to go too far down the pathway of making these toy guns. They're supposed to just be toy guns close to.
Hey, look, now bro wants to be all conscious and woke.
What you mean? I've been conscious and woke about that shit. Like,
nah, cause that's some shit that I would fucking. You don't ever be talking like this.
I also hadn't seen the video, but I just saw the video.
All right, well look, moving along. Because at the end of the day,
it was like the whole conversation we were having with like John Morant being like a role model and shit, bro. You can't be on the internet flashing guns and shit, bro. You got 10-year-olds, 9-year-olds looking at you. You're an NBA player, bro.
At the end of the day,
you are not.
I'm still a fan of Nerf. I'm team Nerf. I'm with it. I'm a little biased.
I'm still team Nerf myself. I'm just like, okay, I see what y'all are doing. Let's not go too far down that path. Like,
because there's also people that we was just talking about off camera. There's people that customize Nerf guns and turn them into cool prop guns and shit. So I feel like it's a thin line.
And those were grown ass people, right?
Yes, but that hold on. That could be a hobby that starts young. And a lot of those people that do that grew up with Nerf guns as a kid.
Yeah,
a lot of people grew up
time,
liking building things and taking things apart. So that's why I said it's a thin line. I can't fully agree with that. Because there's some people that grew up into those type of things, and there's nothing wrong with that. I don't 100%.
I'm not saying there's anything wrong with Nerf guns being around and kids playing with Nerf guns, but I'm just saying the company needs to be responsible with what they're designing for these kids to play with.
I'm sure they know that, and Nerf hasn't had any issues, so
not yet.
All right, well,
you
look,
always say that until some shit happens, bro. Like
you right. Look,
yeah, so like, look, what you talking about?
But I ain't want to make this a serious subject.
I'm not trying to make it a serious subject. I'm just saying, like, they don't need to go too far down that path of, like, making these guns even look like the real guns that are out there in the real world for kids to play with.
Fair.
Just because they got colorful blue and orange and, like, purple and green and shit. It's like, bro, that still looks like a fucking M4. Like, you just gave my kid a toy M4 and then made the bullets faster and then made the gun modular so you can add attachment, add a suppressor, add a little attachment to make it an automatic weapon. Like...
It don't show it. Oh, damn, dude.
What?
I gotta type the shit back in.
What you looking for?
The Nerf shit.
I mean, did you type it in the first time? Like, did you actually click on the video? No, it's right there. Nerf updates.
All right. So I got on this because when we started talking about the Nerf shit, then I started going down memory lane. I was like, man, what is better? Nerf guns or super soakers? And then I was like, yo, low key, I know the history of the super soaker, but I want to know a little bit more about Nerf, honestly, because we grew up with it. It's a household name, and I look at it in the same ballpark as like the super soaker. Like those two things are like neck and neck to me. You know what I mean? So with that being said, we're gonna look at a video on the history of Nerf. And then we're going to look up the inventor of Super Soaker, for those that may not know, because I feel like a lot of y'all don't know. So, yeah, let's go ahead and get started. Which one you want to show?
I thought we was going to do the 8-minute one.
Okay. I don't know. I kind of would
pick a video.
I know, right? I'm kind of torn. All right, let's just do this one. Fuck it.
Hello, Just a Jolt here. When did Nerf start? What was the first Nerf blaster ever? Where does the name Nerf even come from? Well, if they're questions that keep you awake at night, I've got good news for you. We're about to delve into the depths of Nerf's history. All these questions and more will be answered, starting from now. It was Parker Brothers who originally developed Nerf as a brand, beginning with a 4-inch, that's 100mm for you metric types, polyurethane foam ball. The idea came from Rain Geyer, a Minnesota-based games developer, who in 1969 came to the company with a football game that was safe for indoor play. After studying it carefully, Parker Brothers decided to strip away everything from the game apart from the foam ball, which they really loved. And thank goodness they did. In 1970, the Nerf ball was introduced as the world's first official indoor ball, the name Nerf being slang for the foam padding used in off-road racing, as opposed to standing for non-expanding recreational foam, which is a shame because I quite like that. Nerf foam itself is made from a solid spongy cellular material produced by the reaction of polyester with disocyanate, whilst carbon dioxide is liberated by the reaction of carboxyl with an isocyanate. That's science. In short, polyester resin reacts with a compound while CO2 is simultaneously released by another reaction, and it's this gas that creates open pockets within the polyurethane that in turn makes the material soft and light and squishy. Marketing slogans promised that one could throw it indoors, you can't damage lamps or break windows, and you can't hurt babies or old people. Well, that's oddly specific. Some of the first TV commercials for the balls were joint promotions with General Foods Kool-Aid Drinks Mix, with Mickey Dolenz, Davy Jones and Michael Nesmith, otherwise known as the Monkees, playing with the balls on a living room soundstage. That's a soundstage that looks like a living room. By the way, Kool-Aid at the time was sponsoring Saturday morning reruns of the Monkees TV series. That's why they were involved. Apparently, the ball filled a strong consumer need, and by the end of the year, more than 4 million Nerf balls had been sold. The 4-inch ball was followed by a large version, very creatively named the Super Nerf Ball. And shortly after, in 1972, a basketball game called Nerf and the Nerf football joined the family. The latter, the Nerf football, quickly became Nerf's most popular ball.
Everybody's touched the Nerf football.
It's everywhere.
With the little thing at the end, with the little thing.
Remember the vortex?
Yeah.
The ones that made the whistle noise?
Yeah.
Football. For the benefits of any Americans listening, rugby is football without pads and running like all the time. In 1985, the Kenner Products Company started the process of buying out Parker
I remember the
Brothers.
boomerangs.
And during the process in
I remember that.
1989, we saw the development and release of what would come to be known as the first Nerf blaster, the Blaster Ball. Parker Brothers continued to add to the Nerf line until they officially handed the reins to the Kenner Products Company in 1991, when the aforementioned merger was complete. And this happened just in time for Hasbro to acquire the Nerf line through the acquisition of the Tonka Corporation, which Kenner was a part of. I know it's complicated, right? And coincidentally,
look at how far
this
these things
happened in
have
the
evolved,
same
bro.
year that the first dart-firing blaster was released, the Nerf Sharpshooter. By 1995, over 100 million Nerf products had been sold. Throughout the 1990s and early 2000s, the Nerf brand served under the subsidiaries Odds-On and Lamari before Hasbro took full control of the brand. Over the years, the Nerf brand has continued to expand by adding new looks to existing merchandise, and now includes Nerf branded products ranging from sports balls and foam darts blasters to video games and accessories.
Why do I not remember
like
the
this
sword?
funky rucksack. But Nerf's
Remember
most
Nerf
popular
sword?
products are the blasters we all love to fire, which fire the darts we spend our lives picking up thereafter. Here's to all the dart sweepers out there. These darts have come in a variety of fruity flavours over the years, including Velcro tipped in order to stick
Like,
to
see,
Nerf
them shits
vests,
look like some
darts
fucking
with suction
bullshit-ass
cups
Halo
designed to stick to
blasters.
smooth surfaces, streamlined darts which fit into magazines, whistlers, megas, and all of these.
See, you talking about some old ass
variations
niggas,
such
bro.
as camouflage and even
I like-
the dart.
I get what you're saying, but-
was launched in 2004 and
Because
was
I even think of the
styled a
version
little
that
bit
when
more
they came out with
like
that,
Like, that's
that,
all
like,
detachable shit.
it was updated in 2012.
Yes, bro, but I remember when they came out with that, like,
as
Vulcan
N-Strike
minigun when we were in middle
Elite
school. I was like,
included
damn, they came out with a
tactical rail, stock
minigun?
and barrel
I was like,
attachments,
what the
as well
hell?
as intercompatible darts and magazines as with the N-Strike line. Arguably, it's this compatibility that's led to Nerf's enduring success over the years. Compatibility. In 2010, Nerf was merged with the recently acquired Super Soaker brand. In 2011, the Nerf N-Strike Stampede ECS was awarded the Boy Toy of the Year award. Yes, that's a thing. And the Nerf Super Soaker Shot Blast won Outdoor Toy of the Year at the 11th Annual Toy of the Year Awards, which was held at the American International Toy Fair in New York City. By this time, Nerf YouTubers Drac, Coop, and Bubba Lolo had already published their first Nerf-related content, and the Nerf community was beginning to gain exposure and grow as more people saw the potential for Nerf blasters.
Not yet. I think this is before. This is just the Nerf community, but it progressed from there.
Nerf, take a look at some of the links in the description at the end of this video. If you already identify as a Nerfer, tell us in the comment section below where you love to Nerf. And Google Foam Fest. In February 2013, Hasbro announced the release of Nerf Rebel, a subline aimed at girls. The first product, the Heartbreaker Bow, was released in the fall of 2013. Also in 2013,
they had a
Hasbro
bow and arrow
and
back in the day, though.
Unveiled Nerf
Nerf
Dog,
bow.
a line of Nerf-inspired canine retrieving toys made of rubber, nylon, and plastic. The
That's
Nerf
cool.
Dog toy line launch included a long-distance ball throw that can propel a toy up to 250 feet. Wait, have I got that right? The Nerf Dog tennis ball blaster mimics traditional Nerf gun designs and shoots a ball up to 50 feet in the air. The toy uses special softer balls to reduce the risk of injury. To dogs, presumably. And old people, probably babies too. 2013 was a big year for Nerf, as it also saw the advent of the Mega line, firing larger darts longer distances that whistled. What's not to love? In November 2013, a book was published by Power Books, the Ultimate Nerf Blaster book, which was written by Nathaniel Marunas. This book highlights the history of Nerf and provides details on every N-Strike, Dart Tag and Vortex blaster produced at the time of the book's release. In 2014, the Nerf Zombie Strike Crossfire Bow won the award for Best Action Toy at the 2014 UK Toy Fair. Throughout this time, more Nerf brands have been released based on the N-Strike Elite line. In 2015, the Rival line of blasters was first released.
In other words, Nerf ain't going nowhere.
Nerf Rival Apollo. These blasters fired Nerf's new ammunition, their Rival high impact rounds. These are small foam balls that can reach a higher velocity than foam darts, and they're also more accurate, thanks to Rival Blaster's hop-up technology. The Rival blasters were targeted towards an older audience with its age listed as 14 plus on the box. The AccuStrike line claimed improvements to dart technology, making you able to strike things more accurately, and we all default danced with joy when the Fortnite line came out. 2019 saw the advent of a budget line of blasters to compete with cheaper compatible third-party offerings from the likes of Zuru and Busby. In addition to this, in 2019, new Nerf Ultra blasters were released. A blaster that fired a new proprietary dart design that was marketed as the farthest flying dart ever, up to 120 feet. That's exactly what the marketing blurb says. The new Ultra darts are constructed from a lightweight foam that is notably different than traditional darts in that they are made with a closed cell rather than open cell foam. This construction allows for fins to be modelled onto the rear of the darts. Size-wise, Ultra darts are in between N-Strike Elite darts and Mega darts in diameter, but shorter than both in length. And they cannot be fired from any previous Nerf line or off-brand compatible blasters, nor can any other line's darts be fired from Ultra blasters. This design was created in response to the growing number of third-party darts available for N-Strike Elite blasters at a much lower cost than Nerf brand darts.
What's the most expensive
Nerf blaster in the Ultra line was called the Nerf Ultra 1, with other blasters also being named after numbers. Guess they finally got bored of using strike as a suffix. And that's where we are now. If you're in the UK and want to Nerf, then you should come to Foam Fest, the UK's Nerf convention.
There isn't one.
Also, check out Brit to see if there's a Nerf event near you. Please let me know in the comment section down below what you think about this style of video.
It says Nerf gun. The most expensive Nerf gun is typically the N-Strike Long Strike sniper rifle, which can fetch over 600 in good condition.
What? That's insane.
What year it come out though? And it is kind of big for a gun.
That's crazy. Yeah, what year is that? Was that the blue one that they had in that video?
The long blue one. The Nerf N-Strike Long Strike CS6.
If it's that long ass blue one, I had a friend who had a brother that had that joint.
Was it big?
Yeah, it was pretty sizable for a Nerf gun.
Did it have some weight on it?
It wasn't like heavy. It was a Nerf gun, but I mean, like, it was just like, damn, this shit's long. Like.
But yeah, so next up, before we get to the videos, one more. I just want to show that brief one on the Super Soaker. And while we're looking that up, which one do you? How do you feel? Is Super Soaker versus Nerf?
I'm going Nerf because I mean, like, you can play with the toy gun without having to get wet if you don't necessarily want to be wet.
That is true.
You play with it inside, outside.
That is true. You might be on to something when it comes to that.
Yeah, I'm going Nerf.
So yeah, we're gonna go ahead and show this brief video real quick.
Go to the left so don't start playing the audio.
Of the guy who invented Nerf. Invented the Super Soaker. Is actually a black dude, of course, because you know how we do. Black History Month actually just passed up last month, but you know we make history every day, so let's go ahead and continue that. Wait, not the commercial.
I'm Lonnie Johnson. I'm an inventor. The invention that most people know me for is the Super Soaker water gun. I knew the gun worked well, and I knew it would be successful. I did not realize how successful
that original logo down there is dope.
It became the number one selling toy in the world. My career started actually when I was in high school. I built a robot that won a regional science fair at the University of Alabama. I went on to work at Oak Ridge National Laboratory as a research engineer on high-temperature nuclear reactors, Air Force Weapons Laboratory on advanced spacecraft that use nuclear power sources, then to the Jet Propulsion Laboratory, working on the Galileo spacecraft as the power systems engineer. When I was at the Jet Propulsion Laboratory back in the early 80s is when I first got the idea. The Super Soaker was based on some engineering principles that I applied. I was actually working on another invention, which was a heat pump that would use water as a working fluid instead of Freon. And I shot this stream of water across the bathroom using some nozzles that I'd made, and I thought to myself, geez, if I were to develop a new type of water gun that was a high-performance water gun, it could really do well.
That's not pressure, this is pressure!
You run to firefighters and shit.
Initially, I wanted to manufacture the gun myself.
Man, I'll never forget the backpack one with the little.
I remember that one.
That was crazy.
Shit. About the parts that I needed.
Yeah, dude. The backpack was the shit.
Turned out it was going to cost about $200,000 to get the first 1,000 guns produced. And I thought to myself,
do I see any of? I think I saw one maybe that we had back in the day on the table.
Around. I decided to come to New York, present my ideas at Toy Fair, I'd find a manufacturer.
And this is why we got to go to those designer cons that I was trying to go to before COVID hit. Remember we was trying to go?
They invited me to come.
He didn't have $200,000.
Philadelphia.
He went and pitched it to somebody.
And as soon as it was finished, I called the guy up at Laramie because I didn't want to.
He didn't have $200,000.
Conversation. I got my suitcase and went in, and of course I had my prototypes in the suitcase. I opened it up, and they asked to see what I had, and I showed them the gun. They said, "Well, does it work? How well does it work?" So I pumped it up and shot it across the conference room. The president of the company said, "Wow," and that was it. I knew I captured their imagination, and the rest is history. Actually, the first year it was called Drencher. It was not called a Super Soaker. Someone claimed the name of Drencher and wanted us to pay royalties on that. And so
nope.
we changed
Super Soaker's a better name anyway.
Right.
Super Soaker.
Nah, he did right.
Literally blowing off the shelves by word of mouth. We couldn't keep up with demand. People would say, Johnson, you're really lucky. And I saw it as just a lot of hard work. It took 10 years from the idea.
Things were the shit back in the day.
And I started my own business and built my company, my research company, with the proceeds from that invention. I don't really talk about how
I had a homie that had the one on the left.
I made from the invention, but I think
my brother had the one on the right.
To say that just about all of it is going into the research that I'm conducting. So it's going back into the company to develop some of the energy technology that I'm focused on. I am a nuclear engineer. I'm working on advanced energy technology. I have a new type of
He's still making history.
Heat into electricity. And I've also developed a new type of battery that's all ceramic without liquid electrolyte. The other toy gun that was on the market and enjoying major success was these Nerf dart guns.
It's Nerf or nothing.
And I wanted to have that part of the market too, so I started developing Nerf dart guns, and I developed guns that outperformed the guns that Hasbro had on the market at the time. And eventually ended up doing a deal with Hasbro to license my dart guns.
That's lit.
And at that point, I literally was the king of all toy guns.
Yo, I ain't gonna lie, 8 minutes of inspiration right there. Bro said that he didn't have the $200,000 and he went to the toy fair. Like I said, bro, so audience, before COVID hit, me and the homies was planning. I was like, bro, we have to go to Designer Con because we just have to. That's like Designer Con is always a bunch of people doing so many different things. You never know who you're gonna meet. So yeah, like it's just inspirational because it's like without the money, it's still doable, but it's all about who you know. It's all about building those relationships. But yeah, shouts out to my man.
All right, I guess we better hop to these music videos. The first one.
Hold on. He's about to say that. Before we get into that video.
All right.
I just want to give a shout out to my man, Jeff Z.
Oh, of course. You know, always shout out to Jeff.
Because he's the one that put me onto this track. He sent me this a few days ago, and it just so happened to save us. Because I was like, I ain't going to lie. I don't have a lot of videos for this Jam Sesh right now. And I was like, yo, Jeff sent me a video, and he was telling me, yo, you got to check this dude out. He sent me 2 videos, and this is one of the dudes. And apparently this guy is slowly on a glow up. Super, super low key. Has a consistent growing and following. And I think Jeff said that he went from just a few thousand listeners to like now he's up in Spotify within a few months. Like it's just slowly growing. So we're going to check out this one song. It's by an artist. What did you say his name? Feng?
That's this it right here, right?
Yeah, I don't know how to say his name. Is that like that's
Feng,
right?
Feng.
Feng. Yo, let me know if he said this shit right, bro. Feng. I guess that's how we say his name. He got a song that he put out called Girl. Random ass fucking video dropped 2 months ago. And Jeff said it was a fucking fire ass song. I played it and I was like, this shit's kind of catchy. I'm not going to lie. So, shouts out to Feng. Song's called Girl.
All right. This is Feng Girl.
Yeah.
Of course, we got to add.
Yeah, I got to shout my man Jeff out. I knew you was going to forget that. Turn it up.
She's at home, but I'm outside. Flashing lights, roller signs, leaning sprite, feeling frank. It doesn't feel right to me. I'd rather be in your sight. I didn't say I went out tonight. I'm in Brixton, thinking about you. Looking out the window, what a nice view. The sun is shining, reminds me of you. Being with light in a world full of gloom. I can still feel your energy from a different room.
He could have went longer though.
From your cheap perfume. I feel your pain, but is that rude to assume?
This is kind of going though.
That's what I'm saying. I was like, bruh, and it's only a minute and 6 or 9 seconds. I'm like, wow. He gave us a little snippet. It was kind of gas.
Getting it though.
I was like, it's literally a minute, and I was like, bro, you could have gave us 2 minutes of that. You could have let that ride for 2 minutes. Yeah, so that's Feng Girl. Look, that's so random. It's literally a minute. It took a minute of your time.
That part. A minute of your time. Let me hide this thing again.
Oh yeah. And shout out to Jeffrey Z again for giving us another video. Cause no lie, that first one we showed, I know it was a minute and it was kind of weird to show you a video for only a minute. That wasn't enough. You probably got to play it again. But when he says this shit's good, he don't really lie most times, man. This is another one, man. Let him know what it is, bro.
CHAKRa.
I swear I felt, and it's crazy because I really genuinely felt like we showed this on the pod. I'm surprised we did not talk about this video.
Nah.
This shit go.
He said Jeffrey? Is it when you heard that?
Yeah.
Now staying up like a mantra. If the pussy get fat, I'm Santa. Come on, she be eating me out, she like a monster. And you know we looked in like a rasta. She asked if she owned me, I said totally. You make it obvious, clearly I touch your soul. Now so my bad when you tell me to keep on going.
Yeah.
Don't really care what the time is, baby, I need it right now. I go to find this on my mattress. I really say no like CHAKRa. May I wanna treat you, may I wanna please you. I don't wanna tease you, I just wanna eat. May I really need you, may I really feel it, may I really feel it.
Yes, that shit go.
I'm feeling, baby, I mean it. baby, I need it, baby, she told me I'm scheming, maybe she told me I'm dreaming, maybe I do. I need you way more than breathing, ain't a secret,
This shit funny as hell with the green screen in the background. Right?
Keep me land amused, double CC all in the shoes. Never met her match until she met me. Hold on. Tryna run from that dick like hide and seek.
Trying to run from that dick like hide and seek.
Now stay in her mind like a mantra. If the pussy get fat, I'm Santa.
Hey.
Come on, she be eating me up, she like a monster. And you know we love till like a rasta. She asked if she owned me, I said totally. You make it obvious, clearly I touch your soul. Nails on my back when you tell me.
Bro got a snake around his neck.
Don't really care what the time is, baby, I need it right now. I got the finest flow on my mattress. I really seen all the CHAKRa.
Yeah, that was the one. I got you, Jiggy. Yeah. Shout out to my man Jeff.
That's the shit. Good shit going.
Yeah. He said.
The way he smiled was funny too.
Hey, that dance. He said. Hey. Hey.
Beat him up.
Yeah.
Beat him up.
Hey. Hey, killed that shit. CHAKRa. We gotta get that shit. We need that in the Serato.
Nah, that's a vibe.
Yeah. That was a vibe. I ain't gonna lie. That put a smile on my face.
All right. The next song in this playlist, I guess in this lineup, music video lineup, is by Messiah, and it's called CNN. Oh, wait, look at that clutch.
Yes, sir. It's the one and only. Most high. You nigga know what it is. It's the real KS rapper, East Side stepping. Come on. Move what we gotta move, bring it in. Do what we gotta do, keep the shit. In my city, we the news, fuck CNN. Baby coming shoes on the east side. Pimp, it's a cold world, keep the heat by your hip. But it's my world, like I see the sun on the hip. Outside on the strip, trying to pile up the chips. Keep a poker face, really only smile by the lick. Nigga know your place, cause the minute that you out of it, shit. We gon' leave you right there where we found you at. Being frank, counterfeits, I'm going
video
downtown. That just mean we took a boy loud from a loud mouth. We living highbrow, you niggas burnt out. We throwing countdown punches in the first round. I might bring the furs out. Tell Peter I only like Peter bread. I'm a nigga from the dirty south. Move what we gotta move, bring it in. Do what we gotta do, keep the shit. In my city, we the news, fuck CNN. Baby coming shoes on the east side. Pimp. Hey, bro. From East Charlotte to East Harlem, it's a real problem.
He said East Charlotte?
It's 2024.
He from Charlotte?
It's Chaos Mafia business first and foremost.
Ah, shit.
Ain't nobody bigger than the fucking program. You hear what I'm saying? You hear me?
From East Charlotte to East Harlem.
Most high Messiah. Because God speak through me. I'm telling you, you can't call me a liar. Real deal. Come on.
Shout out to Messiah, man.
Facts.
From Charlotte to Harlem, he said.
Charlotte to East Harlem.
Yeah, that's lit.
Yeah. So
you know we gotta give y'all nothing but good ass fucking vibes when it comes to this music shit. If anything, if there's one thing we good at doing, is giving you that. You know what I'm saying? And we about to give you another little hit too with the Jam Sesh. Some more bangers.
Facts. So first song of tonight. Whose pick is this? It's technically my pick. First song of the night is called 6 Beers, and it's by Myke Bogan.
Yeah, we back.
Oh.
It's funny. Niggas wish they could make songs like I do, but then they wouldn't be themselves.
How you hear about this?
And that's not cool. Hello, you stupid motherfuckers that been hating on me. Time is money, so I hope you got that LASIK on me. Surgery perfectly can be the patient for me. I'm purchasing purple trees, got some papers on me, and I've been feeling it. I got a buzz building, I got some pills again, but I'm not drug dealing. Summertime sadness, so you know we gon' experiment. I think I'm done dabbing, I had a bad experience. Started out laughing, just passed, and it was typical. Tripping like Smokey in the back of Debo Pigeon Coop, and I'm still smoking, yes I know that shit is pitiful. When the FIFA serious is Bayern or Liverpool, I learned to flip a few packs on a mission. Her sex good and her head make me go ballistic. Banging on me like she Tupac. I'm just listening. Come to bed, button up in tube socks. Risky business. I'm on 6 beers, 1 joint, and a cigarette.
Oh, I never heard this song. That's so crazy because I looked at the name and I was like, I know this is local.
Are we talking to Portland?
Yeah. I swear I'm not tripping, bro. Hold on.
That's dope.
Hold on. I could. Don't correct me. Don't quote me on that shit.
Get a sack, hope the smell strong. Order a pap song.
I heard this song before though.
And it's a well-known
Where did I hear this
fact
song
that I'm
from?
well-known. Back like I left my keys, wallet, and my cell phone. Sitting in Hell's own kitchen, eating hot Cheetos, Frito-Lays, dipping jalapenos, and we know that he knows it's a settle that I stand for. So now it's me and the devil on the dance floor. So dance hard till you feel your spinal tap. Hoes start to glance more when they see the sign of cash. Shooting up with the needle that'll play the final track, and then I'll bang the Beatles till the time is past.
No, I don't know about the local thing, but I heard this song just recently, bro, and it wasn't from you. It was either on social media randomly, but I heard this song.
And I haven't even spoken about these labels taking notice. I'm on 6 beers, 1 joint, and a cigarette. And I had 6 beers, 1 joint, and a cigarette. And I'm on 6 beers, 1 joint, and a cigarette. And I feel good.
Yeah, I did hear this song recently though, and I can't remember where I heard it at.
It's a little bop though. The next song in the playlist, it's your pick actually. It's by 454, and it's called Myke Carroll.
Yeah, hold on, time out. I'm not tripping. That is local.
It is?
Yeah. Myke. I was like, bro, I know I'm not tripping. I'm like, nah. I was like, I heard this song recently, and like, that dude.
Oh, that's him?
Yeah.
Wow, okay. All right.
I'm like, bro, I know I'm not tripping. I was like, that sound familiar. I was like,
randomly popped up on my Spotify.
I heard that song before, and I was like, I heard it like in real life, like not here.
But yeah, the next song is 454, and the song is by 454, and it's called Myke Carroll. Yeah, no, that's dope.
Yeah, I wouldn't say local, but hey, I've seen him around.
He's in Portland.
Yeah, he's been out here. Like Matter of fact, I felt like I seen him perform that song. How old is that song?
Get your head in the game. By the bitch, you could blow a check quick, it's a shame. G-Wagon front the wrist, look like honey cocaine. Whole life, real range, I felt like Tony Fontaine. Spent a brick kinda quick, praying for another hit. I'ma gon' drop 12, I'm like fuck, dropping 6.
Let's cover dope.
I done been inside the pit, got more respect than Myke Carroll when it comes to this shit. East side kinda scary, west side kinda lit. When the park had me blow, lost like cut off a lick. Right out back, got in that mode, let them know represent. Brought the rabbit out the hole, Ryan renting no tent. Niggas call it fishbowl, it's a gate in the Bentley. Out the gate with common sense, niggas hate when you winning. I could wait in the bins with the troops in that fence. Got a booth in the sand and I be gone till like 10.
And you follow, bro.
Yeah, so I'm like, I recognize him.
You follow him and didn't even know you was listening to him.
It'd be like that.
I know, it's funny. It just trips me out because I was like, man, I really heard that song somewhere and I couldn't figure out where. I was like, that song sounds familiar.
Once you showed me the picture, I was like, yeah, I recognize, bro. The next song is my pick. Slim Guerilla featuring Dretti Franks. And it's called Instagram Pimpin'.
What these niggas want? Talk shit. Watch your tone, bitch. Passion play it up.
Hey, passion play it up. Yo, what you doing? You gonna start that over. They're gonna edit that like it didn't happen.
What these niggas want? Talk shit. Watch your tone, bitch. Passion play it up. Balled up. Diamonds on the wrist. Who the fuck is this? Myke. Don't it take a flick? You some fucking self. Talking down on my fucking click. Yeah, you cry shawty saw the gang, bought it up and flipped all that. Selling all her news on the gram and bought a Cadillac. Now you see her nigga elbows riding all black. Pimpin ain't dead and that's a motherfucking fact. That's player, that's straight up shit. If it don't make dollars, then it don't make sense. Baby, part of my bridge, I'm a boss, not a bitch. Shit, I'd rather make plays than to ride a bitch. She had a crusty ass nigga with his hair all nappy. Saw me
Hair all nappy.
Boy, tried to dap me. He was curious about the girl, but ain't shit he can ask me. Got no time
Okay, so he is from Houston.
Cool. Can't be mad about my shawty.
That's coming from Houston, Texas.
You locked up all the bitches and you busted a nut. Now you tripping and you mad, but that don't make her a slut. You a lollipop sucker, we out here making the buck. Now what the fuck? She got some picture for sale, she got some picture for sale. She got some picture for sale, she got some picture for sale. She got some picture for sale, she got some picture for sale. She got some picture for sale, she got some picture for sale. She got some picture for sale, she got some picture for sale. She got some picture for sale, she got some picture for sale. She got some picture for sale, she got some picture for sale. She got some picture for sale, she got some picture for sale.
That song's a bop. Next song in this playlist is by NugLife, featuring Planet Asia and Med, and it's called The Beat Dispensary.
Fresh grabber, fresh out the lab, a NugLife collabo. It's like Shaft in Alabama. Twist one, roll up a spliff, shine. Flowers in effect, and I'm all to the neck. Not trying to catch cold and roll my own medicine. You know the pedigree, track therapy, marijuana smoke medically. Everything I'm dropping incredible. My lines make you feel like you just took edibles. Whatever you want, whatever you need, I'm telling you. Talk about releases this year, I got several. Forever storm, red eye flights for red eyes. Lot of cats rap, but none of them are Jedis. I stomped the comp and given impromptu. And cop new furniture to put in the spot too. Catch me at the Beat Dispensary. Dusty Crate Victory, the Bob James who was hitting B. Medallions on the job. Don't compare mine to yours. Cause man, my shit hit differently. It's history, sentimental value of bloodshed. Enough said, enough stock to feed you a tough spread. Let's eat. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Shit. Smoke something, bang your head gang. Love, feel me. Daily sedated, high-grade maintenance. While the thoughts decorated when the heart's vacant. Blazing stains over A, face of space chasing. Seats swayed in the spaceship. Street creative. THC, frost, big glaciers. Dog, how you hating us? This the most high, like you atheist, the haziest lungs. Sun up to the sun, surf blazing the scud. Who won't work? Vanilla out the thug villa. More buzz than the beeper on the drug dealer. For the dough, put the gold in the gorilla. Off throw, switch and write scriptures, pull a pull. It's a nigga, it's the real deal. Take one to the head like an Advil.
Just move.
Feel clubs build up when the villains spill. Pimp tramps like the rap biz. She like my advance, so I took the back end.
I feel like Rob Banks sampled this same track. For real? Yeah.
Planet Asia. Real serious right now, man. Light it up.
Rides out too. Alright, that was that one. Next song, it's your pick actually. How you say his name? Aceyalone? Aceyalone?
Oh, Aceyalone.
Aceyalone. Bigger than they come.
The enemy forces inside approached a young warrior king and tried to subdue him, but he fought back
We about to end this
valiantly.
podcast right on time
The
too.
warrior king had emerged
Hungry.
from his fighter and had spoken to one of his subjects. When he returned, the invaders tried to cut him down.
Nah, none of that, man. No. None of that.
Bigger they come, the harder they fallin'. It ain't nothing but the sound boys brawling. If you listen close and you can hear the reaper calling.
How you find this song?
It's in the basement with Tim and them. Shout out to Tim. Northern Draw. Them. Every time I'm over there, I'm always getting some gems. I've always known about Aceyalone. I just like this track. I was just like, yeah, we gotta add this shit. But yeah, Aceyalone's been around for a while. Underground rapper. You definitely heard this shit before. You just didn't know it was him. But I heard this shit and I was like, yeah, this shit going. I actually got this album. You might have it in Serato because of me.
Logo dope.
Let's see who got the balls. Bigger they come, the harder they gotta fall. Bigger they come, the harder they fall. Bigger they come, the harder they fall.
It sucks that you be closing on Tuesday. I be wanting you to pull up.
Bigger they come, the harder they fall. Bigger they come, the harder they fallin'. It ain't nothing but the sound boys brawling. If you listen close and you can hear the reaper calling. Bigger they come, the harder they fall. All I wanna know is why your man got so much ego. Tough guy, wanna pick a fight with me and my amigos, but he knows not what him take on is lethal. I'm everyday people, you want me superhero. Big as a redwood, or small as a bonsai. I'm a fungi, but anyone contest me, gun die. No, I'm not gun shy, more like a ninja. Get him when you least suspect it, hit him in the vital pressure points and injure. But I'm really not violent, I meditate in silence. But I was taught, give them physical justice if they violent. Defend yourself at all times, protect yourself at all times, respect yourself at all times. It's self-respect, fresh rule of mankind, got nothing to prove. I know mountains don't move, and Bigfoot don't tippy toe. That don't mean they won't get you though. Your ritual, walk around invincible, you imbecile.
This be hard.
And if I'm not mistaken, one of Tim's homies produced this beat. I think that was another reason why it was significant. Cause you know Tim be knowing so many motherfuckers that be producing random ass shit in the fucking culture, but I think somebody they know produced this. Can't remember, but I'm pretty sure.
Bigger they come, the harder they fallin'. Bigger they come, the harder they fall. Bigger they come, the harder they fallin'. It ain't nothing but the sound boys brawling. If you listen close and you can hear the reaper calling. Bigger they come, the harder they fall. Now any bad boy can be destroyed and anybody can get hit even if you hard. Harder than hard can get. You think you'll never be defeated, not even a little bit because you hard. Harder than hard can get. I mean you too big, too bad, too legit to quit because you hard. Harder than hard can get. You try on a bad face. Oh, what a perfect fit because you hard. Harder than hard can get. Check it out, yo, back in elementary school, had a fight with the king of the class. I wasn't in the mood for getting beat up, so I had to kick his ass. I'm sick of being bashed, lick a shot and lick it fast. Sooner or later the gods and the devils have to clash. Braveheart gave his heart so he can save his country. Me, I want to save the art and start before they hunt me. What your mama taught you, huh? What your mama teach you? Don't know why I fought you, don't know why I beat you. Stand up to the systematic, automatic controller. Robotic, hypnotic, great psychotic ruler. Never give an easy win and never take a draw for. Bigger they come, the harder they gotta fall. Bigger they come, the harder they fallin'. Bigger they come, the harder they fallin'. Bigger they come, the harder they fallin'. Bigger they come, the harder they fall. Bigger they come,
this beat right out?
Can't remember. I feel like it did a little bit maybe.
If you listen close and you can hear the reaper call.
How much time you got left?
Bigger they come, the
20 seconds.
Nah, it's not. You got that Serato stem now. I feel you though.
Yeah, but it's nice if you got like cool 16 to 32.
Yeah, that beat go.
It ain't nothing but the sound boys brawling. All right.
We're going to tell Tim we need that beat off his homie. All right, the next song, this may or may not make it actually on the YouTube, but it's off the new Larry June, 2 Chainz, and Alchemist project. What's the name of the project again?
That's a good question.
Anyway, the song is called Epiphany.
This is probably one of my favorite tracks off the project, though.
Hey, this that lunch at Monaco on the yacht type shit. Bounce off the boat, hit the ballet like keep my shit parked at the Monte Carlo.
Of course, they don't have the. Is it Life is Good?
Yeah, something like that. Something like that.
Break your hard ribs, $100 bills and ligament.
This artwork is dope on here.
In the same predicament. Soon as I pull it out,
They started licking it.
Peeping the way I move,
They got the boat actually moving on the water.
Spoiled her with the Cartiers and Tiffany. It sounded like a trap nigga over symphony.
Yeah, life is
I knew
beautiful.
I was gonna win this.
That's what it is. I was gonna say life is good. Life is beautiful.
Okay, I'm the hustler of the century. Nothing but respect when they mention me. Yeah, I'm talking real, nigga, Tennessee. Had her on more E than Tennessee. Yeah, I like to party, I'm Atlanta, nigga. Whole fleet color, Tropicana, nigga. Make this a career, you just a random nigga. Soon as your song die, sell me your phantom, nigga. Them diamonds you got on ain't no VVS. Cologne you got on came from CVS. You moving with a switch, you need to switch addresses. I got more ancestors than assessments. I parked the Bel Air next to the C8. Please don't try to race the shit if that's a V8. Southside got lost to trying to see straight. Took that bitch back and got a rebate. I'm a rich nigga with benefits. Break your hard ribs, $100 bills and ligaments. Put two different girls in the same predicament. Soon as I pull it out, they started licking it. Peeping the way I move, I'm moving swiftly. Spoiled her with the Cartiers and Tiffany. It sounded like a trap nigga over symphony. I knew I was gonna win this bitch, is my epiphany.
Talking that shit, I'm about it. Water on me, I'm fountain. Roll on me, I'm floating. Roll on me, I'm boiling. Fuck you mean I'm heavy. Photo cool hot box. 300 for my box. 800 for this chopper. Dope face knocking that dough, I'm cooking. Selling yeehees for the high, I'm jugging. Project nigga, but a hoe go listen. Something in the whoop and a hoe about 50. World tour, I got plenty shows. She made 2K at night at Centerfold. They just scared in my back pocket. I was up top, but I was selling low. On 680 in a 680, watch 150, I'm an asshole. Got a kill tech in a fishbowl, leave a big hole in your backbone. On the bellman with a bad phone, selling hella old.
This was a combination I didn't expect.
Yoga man, real quick, please. Thank you, I love you, bitch. Escalade with the DVD. I'ma check like a PPP. Crib looking like a B&B. She can still see the P in me. I got rich nigga.
She can still see the P in me.
I got M's nigga literally. Bustin' moves out of Italy. 2 to 3s when the chopper squeeze.
I'm a rich nigga with benefits. Break your hard ribs, $100 bills and ligaments. Put two different girls in the same predicament. Soon as I pull it out, they started licking it. Peeping the way I move, I'm moving swiftly. Spoiled her with the Cartiers and Tiffany. It sounded like a trap nigga over symphony. I knew I was gonna win this bitch, is my epiphany. Yeah.
You gotta play this shit on the way to the shit class.
All right, y'all. It's been real. I guess I'm gonna wait till this song actually goes off too, because who knows if we're gonna be able to. Anyway,
this was a good episode.
It's been real, y'all. We appreciate y'all rocking with us, per usual. You know, you can find us via the information below in the banner.
Subscribe, follow, all of that shit.
Yep, like, comment, share, subscribe.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, we'll catch y'all later. Peace.
Holla.